don't sit down in that chair and say, I'm retired, I'm done, I watch TV all day.
Yeah. So we're out here in the Whistler backcountry with Tony Routley. I had the pleasure ski touring in Greenland with you for 10 days back in 2022. You would have been 65 then. You're going to be 70 in April. Tell me a little bit about what keeps you moving and active at this level, at this age.
It's easy. Take a look around at the scenery. It's a big part of it.
Yeah.
It's a phenomenal area to be able to play in, and I can call it home.
So you'd say being in nature's been like a key part of your mental health, activity level and that in your retirement?
Oh, absolutely. Ever since about 40 years old, actually, and when I started to get into all of this kind of stuff, and then just kept it rolling to now. And when I'm feeling bad, I can come out here and feel good.
Right.
That's really the truth of it.
So kind of like staying in shape in retirement, that like, do you think having like a really strong why, like I want to ski, I want to bike, like that really motivates the physical activity and keeps you fit to do this stuff?
Oh, I definitely. And I think just staying active, even when you're feeling like you don't want to do anything, just go for a walk around the block. It keeps your mind good, it keeps your body good, and you don't have to come out and do this, but staying active, being out there, just doing stuff at a much mellower level now that I'm almost 70 than I used to, but it's still amazing, and I still love it.
Well, I think for most people, ski touring's hard at kind of any age, so to be still out at 70 and doing, trips in Greenland and skiing the Whistler backcountry, it's pretty phenomenal. Would you say like living in Whistler, having access to this kind of nature and that would, like, has that defined your retirement?
Yeah, I guess it would be. I mean, all my friends and everything that we do is more oriented around these types of activities, for sure. Maybe it's mellowed out and it's more hiking instead of as much mountain biking or this, but still being outside and having access to nature of this caliber, hard to beat.
And then kind of like into retirement, how have you found like to keep a purpose going, to keep that passion, purpose, drive, like once your career transitioned into retirement?
Well, I've been in and out of retirement, I guess, for a few years, so I've had little tests along the way, and I think that there's a definite transition there where you're looking at things that you can't do like you used to, maybe at the level you used to be able to do, and there is that low ebb that comes into play mentally, and you don't necessarily want to go out. You've got to force yourself to go out the door, even though it's beautiful. But it's totally worth it to try and work through those down times or sad times or depressed times, and get out to this. And that's why I say even going for a walk around the block, that mental attitude, it just changes it right away.
The body likes to move, doesn't it?
It does. It likes to move. It totally does. It's better to move to any activity at all.
Right.
And I keep on coming back just to walk around the block, because I just see so many friends that don't even want to do that. And they're sedentary and they're not enjoying things, not enjoying life. Any kind of activity, I think, is good for the brain, good for the mind.
Would you say that it's a sharp mind that keeps you active, or do you think being active keeps you sharp, or is it kind of a chicken and egg scenario?
I think it's a chicken and egg. I think it's a little bit of both, for sure. But I think staying active definitely helps keeping a sharper mind.
Right.
Definitely helps. Definitely slowing down, not as sharp as I used to be, that's for sure, but I think being active, definitely.
And outside of like physical activity, what do you find is helping you stay sharp? Is there anything you've been learning, working on, or what's that look like for you?
I guess it's really all comes back to activities, but try to do, you try to keep your brain going, because I am worried that, with old age, that, senility and all these sorts of things, I think anybody getting older starts to think about those things, and so yeah, I do puzzles.
Yeah.
Awesome, you know.
Yeah, perfect.
A bunch of different kinds of puzzles and crossword puzzles,
Yeah.
things like that. So yeah, I'm concerned about it, that's for sure.
And the hobbies that you have now, like the skiing, biking, and that sort of thing, they've been kind of lifelong hobbies. You said that you recently added kind of a new one into the mix for the summers.
I added golf into the mix.
Okay, yeah.
So I like the, you know, again, it's walking, not driving the cart, but and the challenge.
Right.
I definitely like a challenge, and that's a big part of it. Golf is challenging, it's for sure.
Nice, and it gets you outside too, especially in a place like Whistler.
And you know, I've been doing a lot more hiking with my wife, which she really likes.
Yep.
So it's good for the family.
You're pretty active in grandkids' lives, and how do you manage that sort of thing?
Yeah, I mean, that's family is a very big part of my life. You know, being around the kids, as a 3-year-old now, 10 and an 8-year-old. I mean, just watching them grow up and taking them out with me where I can, and what they want to do is just amazing.
Yeah.
Watching little kids is living all over again.
What's been kind of the biggest surprises in retirement for you?
Big pause on that one.
Big pause, yeah.
Yeah.
Not too many. It sounds like you kind of did a good job of transitioning into it. It wasn't a cold turkey scenario where you just left it's Friday and then we're done on Monday.
Well, I think that is a big part of it. It's not that 65, job's done, out the door. It hasn't been that way for me. I've always worked for myself, so I've been a little bit flexible about what I've been able to do.
Right.
So that transition hasn't been as hard, although all my friends are, you know, 10, 15, 20 years younger than I am, and I can't keep up with them like I used to or at all. Right. And so that transition is actually a bigger one for me.
Right. Yeah.
Not being able to keep up like you used to.
Yeah. Anything you would have done earlier heading into retirement?
Well, I think, you know, one of the other big things is just, you know, my lifestyle has changed a little bit. I don't drink as much. You know, I eat better. What I should have done is those things sooner.
When people that are coming up on retirement are a bit anxious, stressed about that, what kind of advice do you think you'd have for them about like the next chapter of retirement?
You can't change it.
Yeah.
So embrace it. Yeah. Enjoy it. Look for the all the positives you can, because there's plenty of negatives you can, you know, dwell on, but just dwell on the positives. We've got good health. We can go for that walk around the block. You can hang out with the grandkids. You know, all of those things. Yeah. Do it.
Any big adventures coming up? What's the next couple of years look like for you? Anything still on the list?
Well, maybe a ski trip to Japan. Trying to get a hiking trip in the Dolomites. Definitely want to do that. Do some of the Via Ferratas. I'm definitely interested in doing those.
Okay.
Yeah, that should keep me going for a little bit.
Yeah, so no plans of pumping the brakes and slowing it down?
Well, no, not just yet.
You can, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Again, I keep on coming back to it, but just staying active, stretch, stay moving. Don't sit down in that chair and say, I'm retired, I'm done, I watch TV all day.
Yeah.
Get out the door.
Yeah.
Even if it's go to the coffee shop with your friends, whatever it is, just get out and do stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Should we go ski some powder?
Let's do it.
All right. Get the job with you.